When you think of the security of the believer, please keep in mind, and this is the major bottom line I want you to understand today, when you think of the security of the believer, remember this: it is not even rooted in our own faithfulness, though obedience is assumed on the part of those who are genuinely converted. It is really dependent on God. Your Bibles are open, I hope they are, or your cell phone. And you'll notice it says this: my Father, verse 29, who has given them to me, is greater than all. The sheep are a gift from the Father to the Son. This is found all throughout the Gospel of John. And Jesus said that they are a gift. Now, can you imagine Jesus losing one of the Father's sheep? Let's suppose, for example, that you had a situation in which a shepherd were given 100 sheep. And he comes back in the evening and they count them and it's 95. And they say, where are your other 5 sheep? Well, you know, they were rebellious. They have free will. They wandered around based on their own freedom. And what was I to do? I mean, I didn't want to interfere with their free will. The other shepherds would laugh at them and say, free will, big deal. You were given 100 sheep. At midnight, you have 100 sheep here. And if you count 95 when you get in, you go out and you find the other 5 and you bring them so that they're all home by midnight. That's what good shepherds do. They don't lose sheep along the way. Oh, you say, but you know, I know this boy who really loved God. He was converted. He attended Bible studies, and now he doesn't believe anything. And he's out there living like the world. Let me say 2 things about that boy. First of all, the reason that he's in the world is probably not because of any doctrine or because of any intellectual arguments. It almost always has to do with lifestyle. That's the first thing I'll tell you. And the second thing is that maybe the first thing, maybe he didn't genuinely believe. You know, Jesus, when he told that story about the seed, he said that there was some seed that fell on shallow ground that immediately sprung up and brought joy to the sower, but it had no root. Maybe that's an explanation. I don't know. But second, may I encourage you by saying that as long as that person is living, we still not have seen the end of the road. There are some people whom God has to drag from one briar patch to another and let them suffer and get entangled in everything until they say, I'm coming back to the shepherd. There are some people like that. Oh, none of you, of course. You would not. No, I'm not talking to anybody who's stubborn. We all are.